In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this little kitty here. And the color that I used here is the same as this little puppy here, the lime green. But I think I'm going to use gray and white with some, I have some marbled or double colored rubber bands here. So I'm going to use that for his eyes and pink nose. So let's get started. We're going to first do his paws, and we're going to take, you might need this, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use it or not, maybe for the eyes to hold it, but have something handy to hold your extra limbs and stuff. So to make the paws, we're going to make the same as a dog. We're going to loop a single rubber band 4 times around your hook. And you can play with your cat's paw. I'm going to make the other side of his paw gray. And you can really add any color. You can make a calico or anything. See, here I have 2 different colors, and here I have the same one. So each cat is unique. So you can make your cat as unique as you'd like it. So now, after I have this, I'm going to make his first set of foot here. I'm taking 2 single rubber bands, and I'm going to pull those paws right onto the single rubber bands, the 2 single rubber bands there, and kind of straighten them out, and then loop it onto itself. And we're going to do this 2 more times to complete his front or back paw, whichever you want it to be. So I'm going to use white, 2 whites. You can use gray, orange, brown, black, green, pink, whatever color you want your cat to be. So I took it out so it doesn't tangle. And then the next one, I'll do gray. Why not? So I'll take 2 gray and pull the rest of the paw, or the front paw or the back paw there. That's what it should look like, and just put it to the side, and you're going to make 3 more of these. Same thing. You can do it however you want. This one I'll just do 2 white paws. So I'm going to take a single, wrap it around 4 times, another single, wrap it around 4 times, and this time I'll have him start his foot off white on white. And I see I have more gray, so I'm going to start working with gray. So kind of spread his paws out there. Next section of his foot there, I'm going to do gray and gray again. Again, put it to the side once you have that. You can spread it out later too when you're tugging and pulling them into shape. Then do 2 more. Take a single, wrap it on 4 times. I'll vary it up here. Another single, wrap around 4 times. You can't go wrong with whichever color, because cats are any color, really. Just make sure you pull it right onto those 2 rubber bands. Fix it as you go along so it's not so twisted. So that's my second or third paw. His hind legs. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're almost done with the paws here. My last set. And next we're going to do his, we can do his nose. That would be fine. So that's my 4th paw. And for the nose, I'm gonna have a little pink nose. So we're gonna loop that single rubber band 4 times around your hook. Take 2 single whites and double it, and then pull it right onto your nose, right onto that white rubber band, and loop it onto itself. There's his little nose. Then since it's going to be white down here, we're going to make this little cheek white. I'm going to grab a little white rubber band and get the nose right onto that rubber band. Then you can release it, it won't go anywhere. Just kind of pull it so it's even, but don't let it come out. Now we're going to do the eyes. So I'm going to take my double color here, I'm going to loop it around 4 times, and like the penguin and the dog, we're going to do it the same way. We're going to loop 4 times, we're going to take a white and loop it 2 times on one side of the eye and twice on the other, creating that eye like that, the eyeball. Other side. Loop around 4 times, take a single white, there, and now we're going to take a single gray, whatever the color you're going to have coming down your cat's face is, take that color and put your eye, transfer your eye right onto that rubber band. And again, try to transfer and keep it in the same order as you scooch it right along your rubber band. Transfer the second eye. I like to do it this way because if they're kittens or puppies, makes them more doe-like, so makes them look cuter. So there we go, and I'm going to transfer it onto my hook, my holding hook. Hopefully that'll look alright. If you don't like these eyes, you can use black or green even, or blue. It all depends, but I'm going to try this just to see. So now we are going to do the ears, and for the ears we're going to use the loom, and we're going to the loom will be in that configuration, and we're going to start at the top of the loom with the arrow pointing to you. Once again, we're going to loop a single rubber band in a triangle formation right there, and then take another single and double it, and then putting on these 2 pegs. Repeat on the other side, take a single, double it, This will be the color of the cat's body, whichever you want to choose. You can even do different color ears if you want, or use separate different colors on either side of the earlobe. That's your choice. Make your cat calico, and then take another single, double it, and then make a upside down triangle. So that's what you should look like on your loom. And now we're going to take a single, I guess I'll do the inside of his ears pink. So we'll take a pink and put it from the top loom to the next one in the center. And now you're going to take the upside down triangle to create a diamond there. And we're going to go ahead and loop this, because I always forget as I'm looping to finish off the ear or anything. I always forget that one. And then we're going to loop, take a single and loop it around this peg here 4 times. 2, 3, 4, there. And now you're ready to unhook. So what you're going to do is you're going to reach under the capping rubber band, and using your thumb or your nail, if you want to separate those 2 rubber bands that's sitting there, push one down, just grab either or, it doesn't matter which one you grab first, just grab one, pull it out very carefully, it's going to be very tight, and just pull it to a peg. And then you're going to reach back in, use your finger to help push that other rubber band down inside the capping rubber band, bring it around the peg so it doesn't break, and very gently, carefully pull it to the other side. And now you're going to just finish hooking. So start on whichever side you want, and just bring your reaching inside that peg and looping it right onto itself, creating the teardrop, and finishing it off by bringing it right over the ear color peg, the very top peg there. And now you're ready to take it off. Just go ahead and start at the very back, the tip of the ear, and be careful not to break your rubber band, because it's very, very pulled, very stretched out. Hold down that cap or that top rubber band, and then take your holding hook or whatever you have and get your ear off. And that's your little cat's ear. You can make it a little pointy, but you can adjust it later. Let's make the other ear. So, same thing, take a single, triangle, take another single, double it, and put it on either side. Again, single, the other side, to double it. Take another single, double it, upside down triangle. Take another pink for the inside of the ear. Pull the upside down triangle over the very center peg, and then finish making, I guess, unhook it and put it, creating that teardrop. And now you're going to loop the top of the ear here 4 times. And then start unhooking. Go inside where the capping rubber band is. There. And now you're going to reach in. Again, use your finger if you have to. Push down a rubber band, grab either one. Very carefully pull it around the peg and loop it onto the side pegs here. Other side, same thing, and then go ahead and finish unhooking. Or there, just go right down to where the color, the pink is in your cat's ear. And then take it off very carefully. It's not to break your rubber bands. And don't let it come off that top peg, because that's where it's holding your ear. Okay, that's your second ear. And now we can make the tail. So the tail, since you can again use any color you want, I'm going to use gray. So we are going to start at the top of the loom. We're going to take a single, double it, and just put it anywhere, any peg you want. And do this 9 times. Take a single, double it. I figure cats have 9 lives, so I'm going to do 10 for his tail. Single, double it. And again, you can alternate colors, do whichever you want to make your cat yours. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. I'm going to change it up here with the white. 7. 8. So that was at 9, 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's do one more. Do a white again. Okay. And now for the end of his tail, here I used white and I used all green. Again, personal choice, up to you. Make your cat whichever color you want. And then I'm going to loop that around 4 times. 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to reach in using our hook. Reach under the capping rubber band, grabbing the bottom 2. Just go up your loom, unhooking your tail. You can make your cat's tail short, or you can make it as long or not as long. Again, your choice. And then I'm going to use gray, since I'll probably add a little color here on his bottom. So if you don't add you're not adding color, then just go ahead and use whatever color his bottom is going to be. So now I'm going to just take my hook, grabbing the single rubber band and holding it and taking my tail off the loom. Again, carefully, just in case your tail might break the rubber band. If it's too long, then you can just, there's the tail. Again, if it's too long, then just take one off and put that single rubber band on the previous one you took off. So that's the tail. It's kind of a little knotty here, but you can fix it, or with yours you can just adjust it. So now we're ready to do our cat. So once again, in this configuration, we are going to start with the head. I'm going to start from the top, work down either side that you want. I'm going to use gray because for my cat, always 2 rubber bands. I'm going to go 2 down, and then for my cheek, I'm going to do white from the 3rd peg to the center, and always push this chin peg here, all the rubber band all the way down, and don't let them overlap. Again, do the other side, 2 rubber bands from the top to the side, 2 down. And if I'm going too fast anytime, just pause me and catch up. If I'm going too slow, just go ahead and fast forward. I'm trying to slow down a little bit for you guys. So there. And now we're going to do the center of the face. And we're going to start with the forehead. Since we want it a little thicker, I used 3 rubber bands there. You can use, even for the puppy, I used 3. So from the top peg to the one right under it, down the center of the face. And then I'm going to just use 2 rubber bands right down to the chin. And again, push that rubber band all the way down and don't stack them. Don't let them overlap. Now for my cat here, I'm gonna do a white body. Again, you can use all gray, all whatever color you want. Just play with it. And his body here, I'm gonna go 2 more down. So you can use whichever color. Here I put green right here, and then I use white. But let's kind of like do it like this little puppy. We'll just have his bottom a little bit green here. So we'll just do another set of whites, and then we'll do gray. And we'll bring gray for towards his bottom. And now we're going to repeat on the other side. Again, if you're going to do different color for your cat, just use any colors you want. You can start with gray here. Or any color. Now we're going to do the center of the body, and I have a little patch of color. Oh, I actually didn't, so I'll just continue like this. Because my puppy, you can have a little patch of color. I had a little patch of color here, but I guess I won't do that for the cat. But that's your choice, you can have it, because some cats have that little white patch under his chin. And then the rest is a different color, and you can do that also. So I'm just taking, my rubber band here is not good. 2 rubber bands and putting it there on that peg to that peg. I'm just continuing with white for his white belly. 2 rubber bands all the way down to his bottom. If you want their stomach or body a little thicker, you can use more than 2 rubber bands. So now that completes the body. And let's put the leg on. I'm going to use his, select any paw you want. Take it on your hook and just put it right on there where his legs would be. Again, the other side. Do white on the other side. This one. That's the second legs. Now we can put on the nose, and the nose goes on the 3rd peg from the top. Just pull it across and center it, and you can adjust the nose later to make it a little sharper. And the ears, do the ears next. Just take it off your hook, make sure you get everything onto your peg there. There's the ears. And we're going to do the eyes. The tail and the front paw we'll do later, because we have to hook it first very carefully. Don't let it come off your rubber band. Put on your eyes and separate them. making sure the whites are around there. Okay, that's what you have so far, and now we're going to put some holding rubber bands for the body. So I'm going to take a not too stretched out rubber band, put it around the face. Oops, that's one. It's going to be gray on the side, so we can use whatever color your cat's body is. So around the face right here, this is where it's going to show out there. So this is white, so I'm going to use white, and this is gray. I'm going to use gray, and whichever color yours is, go ahead and use that color. And again, on 2 on the body. So white, I'm going to use white, and this here will be gray. So I will use gray, and you want to find a not too stretched out rubber band so your body's not too big and fluffy. But if you want it extra fluffy, but the rubber band will stick out if it's too stretched out of a rubber band. But if you want the body to be tighter, then go ahead and double loop the single and then put it in the triangle formation. So that's what you have so far. And now we're ready to unhook. So before we unhook, we're going to put a capping rubber band right at his bottom here. So take a rubber band, a single, and we use the same one as the gray in his body, and loop it around 4 times. Now we're ready to hook. And we're going to reach under the capping rubber band, and the first 2 rubber bands should be the white one going up his tummy in the middle. So we're going to grab that, hold your capping rubber band, and gently creating the teardrop right onto itself. Again, reach in, grab the next 2, and mine will be on the right. And we want to create nice teardrops coming down or going up our body here. And you're going to unhook it to the shoulder. So pull the legs out, reach under everything, and grab the bottom 2 rubber bands. And stop at the shoulder and do the same thing on the other side. Reach in, push everything back, grab the 2 rubber bands, and you see your teardrops forming, pulling it onto itself. Okay, and now we're ready to put the paws on, the front paws. So what you're going to do is take your paws and put your hook right inside the loop there, like that. And now you're going to pull that shoulder rubber band there. You reach right in, it's the bottom 2, pull it out, and then pull the paw right through the rubber band, the shoulder right through the paw to let it loop on there, and then pull it back onto itself, which is under the chin. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Once again, you're going to take your paw, put it on your hook, grab your shoulder rubber band there, and pull it, get it on put it onto itself, and push it down if you have to, but not too much, because it'll bear down too much on the other ones, and it'll jam everything up for the chin for you to loop later. So we're going to go up the middle of the belly now, just creating teardrops. And always check once you finish each section, just make sure there are teardrops that catches all your rubber bands. So now we're ready to do the chin. And once we're here, we're going to pull everything back, and it's all white. So you want to reach in and grab the top 2 rubber bands and kind of pull it, and you'll see it start moving, and it should be the ones going up to the center of the face. And if it's too much tension, you can just rotate around, and it should go right around the nose area there. Reach in there again and grab the next 2 rubber bands, and should go to the ones on the right there. And then reach in, grab the last 2, should be the bottom 2, and that will go on the left of his cheek. There you go. And then finish looping up the side of the face. Get inside and pull everything up. Go on the other side, and if you can't see your rubber band, if it gets stuck, just pull it out and it'll come right out for you to see. Pull, creating those teardrops. Reach in all the way inside. Pull the bottom 2. Hold it down if you have to. Don't let your rubber bands come out. We're almost done. Let's reach the ears. Pull it back and pull the bottom 2 rubber bands. Now we're going to work on the center of the face. Grab the 2 rubber bands. Make sure our eyes are in place. We'll fix it later, but it kind of helps because it gets all smushed. And if you want your kitty to have a certain color bow, you can go ahead and use those colors to make that slip knot. You can use 2 rubber bands if you want to, but I'm just going to tie his head here with the white so that way it matches the face. So take your single or double rubber band, whichever you want, and just pull it through and create a slip knot. Very carefully, don't let it break. And now that's what your cat should look like. Check to make sure that everything is caught by the teardrop and we didn't miss anything. So now we're ready to take our cat off the loom. So hold your loom down and carefully There's our cute little kitten. He's so cute. Okay, so that was a great choice for the gray here. Pull his nose out, not too much. And pull his eyes out. They're a little marble-like for looking like a cat. Kind of fix his eyes and pull his paws to the front and kind of adjust his legs and his body. And we're going to tuck this rubber band here. If you want to leave it out as a charm, you can. And if you want to tie a bow, you can. I'm going to just leave it like that for now, just to kind of show you. Again, just adjust his body and he'll curve to sit like the puppy here, or like the other kitty here. The puppy, they all sit very well. So let's work on the tail. You're going to reach in the back here and go in between the whites, and whichever number of rubber bands there are, just stick your hook right in there, get your tail, put it through the loop there, and create a little bit of tension, pull out, and okay, and you're gonna just kind of like the slip knot, you're gonna use your finger to help pull your tail out, and don't pull it too much because it'll separate from the body. There's your kitty's tail, and this one went that way, this one went that way and sticking up a little. That's okay, that's part of them. And again, you want to just manipulate your little kitten here, or cat, to the position that you want. And now I'm going to show you how to add the little whiskers. To add the whiskers, you want to choose whichever color you want and get a couple, 2 rubber bands and you can stretch it out also just a little bit. And you want to go through the nose right here. Just stick your hook right in the nose area there and right through like that. Sorry if I got out of frame, I can't see the camera. So you're going to stick your hook right inside there, his nose, and you're going to grab the 2 rubber bands, and you're going to pull it out and onto the other side. We're not going to tie it or anything. My nose is coming out of his face, but see, it's kind of like pull it out on the other side like that. Just kind of even it out. Pull it so it's even. Push your nose back in his face. Okay, mine came out as I was doing that. And then you want to take a pair of scissors and cut it. Cut the whiskers so it looks like that. I don't have a scissors, but I'm going to use this fingernail cutter here since I have it right here. I'm not going to run out. So with your scissor, cut the whiskers. Just make it even. There's your little kitty. Once again, when you have yours, just go ahead and keep fidgeting with him, adjust him, pull his arms and his legs and whatever else you want to create the cute little kitten, to get it to the shape that you want. Thanks for watching.